If you go to work, you need to get paid. That's actually the law, by the way, for every business in America. In fact, the ironic part is the federal government will fine you if, as a business, you don't pay your workers, but they're not paying theirs. They're on Capitol Hill today. These are their workers. Now, I know there's 100 senators and 435 congressmen, and they can each point at each other, but at the end of the day, it's each and every one of their responsibilities to make sure this system, this government system, works efficiently and works for the American public. They have failed.
You can't run an industry with $3 trillion in economic impact on IOUs. You can't ask essential workers to protect America's skies while Washington argues over their paychecks. And you can't afford to ignore what happens when you do. We know what this costs because, unfortunately, we've just been through it. The last shutdown cost the U.S. economy more than $6 billion in just 6 weeks. More than 5 million trips disrupted, $200 million in delays alone. And those are just the numbers we can measure.
As was noted, spring break is here. Airports in Arizona and Florida are operating at passenger levels way above average. As an example, Phoenix usually gets between 40 and 45,000 passengers a day. The other day, they had 80,000 passengers. More volume, more stress on the system. We need those screeners laser focused on their jobs, not wondering how they're going to put food on the table, gas in the car, and keep a roof over their head while still serving the American people. Replacing a screener is not like flipping a light switch. It takes months to get new screeners trained and on the front lines, and we don't have months to spare. We're in the spring break travel season, and the summer is just around the corner. We call on Congress to reopen the Department of Homeland Security immediately and pass legislation to protect the paychecks of these hardworking federal employees whose mission it is to keep us safe.
At the end of the day, it's those agents not getting paid, but who are the real victims? It's the American public. It's the American public that is going to be traveling, that is going to potentially be stuck in these long lines. The planes, the system is safe. The planes are going to take off and land on time, but the potential lines that you're looking at and the delays, the penalty to the American public that have nothing to do with the back and forth argument going on Capitol Hill, it's completely unfair and, as Jeff pointed out, completely unnecessary.
Many of these programs are paid for with user fees. Every flight you take has a 9/11 security fee on it that is funding TSA. When you join Global Entry, you pay a fee that pays for much of Global Entry. So it's not just that we're shutting things down. We're all but stealing money from travelers who have put that money forward to fund these programs.
That's why it's really important for anybody who is involved in the travel industry to make sure that the voice is heard and that we get Congress not to be on spring break, but we get them to actually do their job.
PayFederalAviationWorkers.com. This is where we're asking the public to go to get involved, to make your voices heard. Pick up the phone. Make your voices heard so that the system stays robust and vibrant for this entire country.